All right, welcome back to Stratego Freaks. This was a pretty short turnaround. It looks like Skyfall and Frosty have arranged the next King of Strategus match very quick. I expected there to be a couple of days, but Skyfall stepped up to the plate like the man that he is, and Frosty's ready to rock and roll. He's like, let's go. So we're going to just have these two matches today, back to back. So kudos to Frosty for playing like a maniac and wanting all challengers as much as he can. So good job, and thank you, Skyfall, for fitting this game in as quickly as you did. I love it because this is what this should be about. Really, is just quick games going, the crown exchanging hands, and just exciting, fun stuff. And this is what we want to see. At least that's what I want to see. Give me 1 second. I want to make sure we are live streaming. Give me a minute. Streaming. Sweet. If you want to post in the site to let people know that this is going on. All right. So I'm back. This is great because I can do this live stream. I have time before the 49er game. Oh, and here we are. So let's watch both guys starting their setup. And it should be pretty cool. So once again, I want to thank Skyfall and Frosty for making this happen so quick. And this is kind of how I envision it. It's nice to have a little time to promote the games, because ultimately that's what I want to do, is give as many eyeballs as we can on the game of Stratego, and to promote Strategus as the premier place to play. I play occasionally on the Stratego site, but I much prefer Strategus. And as I've mentioned before, thanks to the developers over there that put this together, because it is an amazing site to play Stratego on. From the stat keeping, the community, the tournaments, the involvement by, there's so many hands-on that make it a great place to play. So if you're new to the game, or just discovering it through this YouTube channel, or just you're familiar with it, you're going to want to jump into Strategus as the place to play. And I'm not saying don't play on on the other side as well. As I said, I do play on there from time to time, but I just find that this side a lot more user friendly, a little less clunky. And it seems like the right place to play. But I'm not opposed to. All right, here they go. Here go both guys. And I expect a really fun and interesting game here. Skyfall, another young, strong player, just really coming up. And you can expect fireworks from these two guys. Skyfall can be aggressive and just go for stuff. And clearly a smart young man, and who's only getting better. Really just kind of scratching the surface of what he's capable of. And I'd love to see these young guys, because I know my son Nemesis enjoys playing everybody that we've seen here in the King of Strategus, and there's so much talent coming up and so many young guys that they're going to be playing for years to come. And we're only getting better. So let's see what happens. I'm expecting something completely different from Frosty as far as a setup than we did in the last game. And who knows what to expect from Skyfall. I know that we've played quite a few times. He's gotten the better of me, and the scouting report is he loves an active spy. He loves aggression. He will lotto. But he also can be patient. But I'd say he's more of a fast player. These guys don't really get behind on time too much. Okay, lots of scouting happening here. If we're looking at the graveyard, Frosty's down the sergeant. Hold on, my wife's about to walk in and make a racket, I'm sure. So you'll have to forgive me for any... She might even start singing, who knows? Oh, and she comes in quietly. She must have been tipped off that I had a live stream going on. All right, exchanging happening. Very even game. I love these fast-moving, aggressive games. It makes it real fun. You know, the question is here, will Frosty continue the streak? That's really what makes this exciting, because it's hard to win 10 games in a row in any format on okay, Colonel exposed. I had a 10-game win streak the other day, actually, with varying opponents, but it's hard to win 10 in a row. Yeah, I won 10 in a row, and then I promptly lost like 5 in a row, so it happens. So, Frosty down the lieutenant. Even in the majors, Scout's not really a factor here. Let's see who's watching. I do not know who that is, but welcome. Hello. I'm on to my second Coors Light. I'm marinating before the Niner game. And that's kind of a Sunday ritual for me. Coors Light and football. Far too early to tell where any flag location is. Nobody's moved a piece on the back 2 rows. Exchange. Both guys even on time. Kind of putting on the brakes a little bit, doing a little just jostling around the board. Trying to figure out the lay of the land, get reads, not give away too much information or move too many pieces. Here we go. Frosty coming up the center, snatching that minor, just like the last game. Oh. And there's my dad. He'll be calling back in approximately 10 seconds. Exchange. Yeah, I introduced Stratego to my father. He's 91, and we tried to play a game, and it was a disaster. as much as he wanted to. He just wasn't quite getting into the vibe. So that was a kernel exposed, first major piece discovered. So far, this looks like it's going to be a real fun game. Both players clearing a runway. Once again, I'll reiterate that to new players. You want to be able to transfer pieces to attack and defend, and they both have done that. And those are just some of the little details every new player should know. Frosty being aggressive with the miner, using it as a scouting piece, and then the exchange. Yeah, this is the first time I believe we've done a King of Strategus match or matches on the same day. Just back to back like that. Coming in hot. Okay. Fairly even board here. Slight advantage to Skyfall with the extra sergeant. Back rows pretty much unmoved. Flag could be anywhere. I don't expect Frosty to repeat the same flag location, so it could be anywhere. The next match should be real good. I believe that's Maelstrom. Yeah, that dude's a beast, so expect Frosty and Maelstrom to have a very competitive, aggressive match. I know that. Yeah. If Frosty wins this, providing he wins. Yeah, with Skyfall, we're talking about a young guy who has proved that he can beat anybody. And as his skill develops through time, he'll be one of the top players in the world. He kind of already is, so it's just a couple details that all these young guys need to figure out to get him to the next level. This back row piece coming up, both guys moving fast. I mean, 14 minutes still on the clock for Skyfall, 13 for Frosty. No one's hesitating. They're going. All right. Completely even ball game here. Looking to pinch this piece off, potentially. Major off the board. Pulling that kernel back. Use that scout as a nice bluff piece to collect that major, and you know that's a high level play there. Every beginner should know that you can utilize any piece to bluff, and if you're using a scout, even better, because even if the guy calls it, you're losing the minimum piece. So that's an important tip. It's real hard for Skyfall to make a read there to see what was happening. but at least he got the info. Frosty down another miner. And there's the gen. Some shuffling going on here, trying to keep things confusing. Skyfall pushing down the left side of the board here and then retreating. All right, Frosty down the captain, picks up the knowledge of the colonel, but up the major. Super even game. I would say the slight advantage with that extra major to Frosty. There's my dad again. Can you make sure that 49er name is recording? Skyfall barely has used any time. That dude is a fast thinker because he is just on the move. If it was me, I'd probably be in time trouble already. All right, let's take a look at possible flag locations here. Of bombed in locations 1. Oh, there's the marsh coming in. One, two, three, four, 5 bombed in locations, possibly for Frosty. 1, 2, 3, 4 bombed in locations for Skyfall. Backing the marshal out. Pushing. Not sure what is what here. Yep, I've expected. Oh, and he gets them. he gets the major. Oh, and it is the spy. What a clutch spy placement, anticipating that could be the marshal, and had it in the. And then the game is over. Quick game. Once again, the spy play by Frosty decided that. Fun game, fast game. Could have went either way. And once again, Frosty defends again, I think for the 8th time. So he's got Maelstrom and Nemesis left for his last 2 opponents to get to that 10 streak. So this is getting really exciting because, as I mentioned before, just to win 10 games in any situation is hard, regardless of who you're playing. And to come through this field and do this, it's pretty good. So he's got 2 more chances to get to that 10-game win streak. So once again, I want to congratulate Frosty and Skyfall for that quick turnaround and play. Good job, dudes. That was fun and exciting. And I'm sure these guys are going to be playing many, many more times. So we're going to see that soon. Anyways, guys, I got to go. I got a football game to watch here. I'll see y'all soon. Check back in 2 Stratego Freaks. And I'll be seeing you guys on Strategus later. And I'll see you there, and I'll beat you there too. Bye.